2 points ahead. Widnes will be making it very difficult for themselves with the fact they've only got 12 players. But the conditions, you'd think that Warrington will try to spread it out wide to get the overlap on either side, but the conditions certainly doesn't lend itself to fast, open three-quarter play. But we'll have to wait and see. It's important that Widnes don't come up with an error.
Yes, Joe Mellor hunting the kick-off and bumped straight through the hands, knock on the first play. That will not help the 12 men. It's interesting having a look at what's happened to Widnes when they've had their two previous players sent off this year. Ben Cross was sent off against the Saints in February. They lost that by 16 points to 4. Gareth Hock was sent off against Bradford in March. They drew that, 22 points apiece. There is Ben Cross. Hardly seen him this year. But here come Warrington after that mistake from the kick-off. And Michael Monaghan is enveloped. And McCarthy will take them on. Tyrone McCarthy operating tonight at loose forward. It's only his 10th start, or rather 10th appearance of the season. No, here's a try for Higham, is it? No, it's a knock-on.
Yeah.
It was a great tackle, wasn't it, by Phil Joseph again, as he picks up and slams McCarthy to the floor, him and Allen, and the ball comes free. The referee said play on. So the first knock-on was by Warrington. McCarthy lost the ball in the tackle forward, and Widnes will get the feed here at the scrum. You would expect here the possession.
The ball shooting out, and the coach not impressed. Shooting out, and it was Joseph's arm that got to it after the knock-on. Let's go down to Bill, get half-time news, shall we?
Eddie, the half-time talk in the tunnel was all about the sending off and the injury to Grant Gore. Happily, Brett Hodgson is sitting up in the Wolves medical room. He does know what day of the week it is. It's Thursday night, Super League, of course, and he's pretty lively, according to Coach Tony Smith. Considering the hit that was put on him, he's got a badly mashed up nose. He's having stitches for a cut as well, but he's feeling a lot better than he looked when he came off the field. Sadly, Grant Gore, who was carried off earlier on for the Widnes Vikings, is on his way to hospital. He has a fractured kneecap, and that is 6 to 9 months out of the game.
That's awful news for Grant Gore, but it's better news for Brett Hodgson. We're all breathing a sigh of relief here, because that looks terrible.
Yeah, good news indeed, especially for the Warrington side, and they can now perhaps concentrate at the job in hand, but they're still going to have to roll their sleeves up. They've got to get that forward momentum, and this man certainly will, Mickey Higham.
Well, the rain is certainly assisting the Widnes cause, isn't it? Because the ball is very greasy. It's like a bar of soap out there at times. Both sides struggling to control it. This is a smashing kick from Ratchford. Knocked on, though, by Warrington. And they're having a dab with this. It'll come back for the original offence.
Well, Hanbury is claiming to the touch judge that after he kicked it, he was impeded. And it would be a great advantage. Ratchford got the high kick.
Is he onside at the kick?
I think he's just behind, isn't he? I think probably from the angle here. He's got to have both feet behind the ball, so the front foot was very close, but I think he was onside.
Knock on, turnover, because it was on the last. Widnes' turn now then to try and get the ball up the other end of the field. They've been camped inside their own half for the opening nearly 4 minutes of this second period.
The difficult thing about the Widnes forwards, and they realise it, that they're down to 12 men, and they've got to, and that was a forward. The big crowd underneath us here certainly tried to help Phil Bentham.
I think it was forward.
It was certainly level. 50-50.
It's contentious again, Stuart, these forward passes, aren't they?
It is. Again, it's the angles. And the call came from Tony Martin on the side down here below us. He was right in line with it, so he's probably got the best view of all.
And he had 5,000 people screaming down his ear hole as well.
But he's behind the man passing the ball, so he can't see his hands.
Well, he should be level with where the ball was played.
Yeah, but I'm saying Mellor was facing that touchline when he passed the ball, so he couldn't see the front of his body or where the hands were facing.
Anyway, it's academic now because it's been given, and here's another penalty being given for not standing square at the play of the ball.
Yeah, but that was good work by Stephen Ransford as well. He made sure, played the ball, went straight at the man.
This is Zero. This is exactly what Widnes don't want. They've started the second half with 2 headers. They've given a penalty away. They've allowed Warrington to camp down virtually on their line. So at some stage, the line will break if this continues.
Absolutely. It's been 5 minutes solid Warrington pressure. And here they are on tackle 1, 10 metres away from the line. It's McCarthy. McCarthy smuggles the ball back to Mickey Hyam over the top and flicked by Patrick Arvan.
He'll play the advantage. Good referee, rather than just bring it back for the knock-on.
Harrison takes it forward again. He gets the ball away. And it's 0 tackle because the 1-1 backwards.
He had the chance. That's forward, surely.
They've got men out wide here. And Dwyer gets it out to Riley. They did well, Widnes, to stop him.
Riley did well to catch that ball. That was dipping.
Here's Waterhouse. No one in there for Warrington. Riley scampers in. Ratchford. Down he goes. It's good defence from Widnes, this.
Is it ever? Scrambling. But they've got to get the overlap, surely. If they can link it.
Griggs.
Boy,
Griggs goes
well.
down, tackle number 4. How are Widnes keeping them out? Hyam. Michael Monaghan slides the kick in. I don't think he's got that down either.
No, that's a knock-on.
It's a knock-on. He doesn't refer this upstairs.
Good position as well by Phil Bentham.
Knock-on by Chris Bridge.
Nice option, though. We keep saying it, don't we? Wet conditions, boot to ball.
And Mike, a reflection of how well Widnes are defending in this game, you know, even on their own line. A side who have entertained and scored over 140 tries this season are needing to put a delicate kick in behind because they can't break down Widnes' defence.
Well, you're dead right, Phil, and there's one thing nobody can question tonight, and that's the attitude, the commitment and the desire for the cause that the Widnes Vikings have shown. They've been magnificent. That was a magnificent period of defence there on their own line.
And it's lasted almost 7 minutes.
It's an important period as well for Warrington, and Tony Smith, their coach, realises that, you know, when it comes to the playoff setting, we could get weather like this, and they've got to try to get used to it and change their game plan. That's
Brown
a great
with
kick.
a great kick, looking for a 40-20, and now
I think he's got it.
I'm not
it's
sure.
short. I think it's short, that one.
And the touch judge agrees with you, Stuart Cummings.
Boy, that was a great effort, wasn't it? But they're the tactics. That's all you need. I mean, it was...
I'll tell you what, Steve, after the pressure they've been under, they'll be more than happy for that. First of all, to get some good field position, but secondly, to put it out of play so they can get some oxygen in their lungs.
Well, Kevin Brown queried the decision that it wasn't a forward pass, but the referee and touch judges, they were in agreement. But look where the kick means Widnes are defending this raid from Joel Monaghan.
Again, the defensive man under the ball carrier.
Too late to get off, too slow. Well, you don't want that. I mean, you just got it almost 40-20, and on the first tackle you can see the penalty in 20 metres downfield.
Well, they opted to use that in the first 40 minutes, and now they need to do it on a regular basis. They realise that a man down Widnes, but they've got to get their arms free after they've done the tackle. See there, they've got to release. That's better.
Hyam pops it up to McCarthy, who slips, almost taking Mike Cooper with him. Hyam looks right, then looks left again, so it's coming this way to Griggs. And this is Brad Dwyer. Sorry, it was James Laithwaite. This is Mike Cooper. Another penalty. They can't keep conceding penalties, Widnes.
The dam will break, I'll tell you. If they keep giving Warrington this field position, the dam will break.
Yeah, well, you could see quite clearly Willie Isa, and that's play on.
He's lost it, and it's the free play for Widnes. Here goes Patrick Arvan. He nearly got away from Monaghan, who did well to hang on to him.
That's all you got
to with the mistake.
That's all you got to do, just get right underneath that ball carrying arm. And they're doing it well. Well, I think anybody, with the fact that Widnes just before half-time had a man sent off, that you'd think that Warrington would just run away with it. They're not.
Warrington have got some great players, but possibly their best player, in my opinion, has just come back onto the field. He's had a rest. Chris Hill, the prop, he wears a black scrum cap. You'll see him again in the middle of the field, but he has a massive influence. Obviously, he makes the tackles like the rest of the players, but when Warrington have the ball, he helps them to gain some momentum, Eddie, and usually find that quick play of the ball.
Again, Ratchford traps it with the boot, and it's play on, and it's a good chase from the Widnes side. Playing with a man down, remember. Here goes Riley.
Well, it's whether the fitness can keep them going right the way through to the end of this game. But at the moment, they're doing okay, but they've got to be careful about this arms in. There you see, they're trying to slow that, play the ball down. It's a dangerous occupation.
Hyams scheming again and comes left. He's inside the 40 with that kick. I think it was Griggs. It was. He's chasing it himself, and it's a wonderful kick to the line.
Brilliant.
Hanbury. Griggs is at him but misses him, and Hanbury makes some good progress. Gutsy, Widnes, there's no doubt about that. A different side than what we saw last year. If I remember rightly, last year we televised this fixture as well. Widnes hit the front early doors and then fell in a heap. Not so tonight. 6-4, 51.5 minutes gone.
And the amazing thing is, Warrington played them 3 times last year, Eddie, and Warrington chalked up 166 points in those 3 games. It's not been that tonight, that is for sure.
You've been doing some homework, Steve-O.
It's Ian Proctor. I can't take praise for that.
Brown with a kick downfield, flicked at by Monaghan, so he touched it. It's play on, and here come the chasers in black. It's a good run though from Monaghan. Oh, he's lost the ball.
He's offside.
And he's offside, is Paul Wood.
Well, you can't hang around for.
Will they go for 2? Well, the kicking tee is coming out.
Well, when you're down to 12 men, I'm not so sure that this is the right option to go for 2 points.
This is it.
He's shouting no, no, no.
You need a try at least. That's it. The coach wants it to move. I think I got the impression from Dennis Betts that he's saying, do as I say.
And not as you do.
Yeah, and kick it into the corner.
And that's what the skipper is doing. Kevin Brown dumps the ball 10 metres away from the Warrington line. He's happier with that tactic than the 2 that they were definitely thinking of. Here goes big Adam Lawton. Adam Lawton gets to within an inch. We play the ball to Mellor. Mellor will give it to Kavanagh, and Kavanagh's legs keep him pumping towards the line again. Now it's Warrington's turn to defend. Mellor gives it to Brown. Brown then pops it up, and it's Isa.
He's had a big second half, this fella. Willie Isa, all over the place.
Kevin Brown again, gets it to Hanbury. Short ball, Winterstein. Winterstein, who got 2 last week off the bench. Starting this match in the centres. Warrington muscling up in defence. Mellor once more. Here's Brown. Slides the kick in. And a knock-on by Westwood. The pressure is telling.
And again, that little cheeky kick towards the in-goal area. The brains of Kevin Brown is coming to the fore yet again. Bang, okay, they went for it. He couldn't pick it up. This is where the nerves are just starting to irritate the home side. He's had a fine game, Kevin Brown. Not much opportunity. We normally see the silky skills with ball in hand, but it's his kicking then that's been good tonight.
Now then, here comes Hanbury for Widnes again. Yet another set of 6. Mellor at dummy half. Dave Allen,
This is
taking
where
them underneath the sticks.
This is where to throw the dummy and try to go from dummy half on your own.
Mellor gives it to Brown, and Brown gives it width and finds Hanbury to go over the top. Van is in the corner. The 12 men hit the front. Patrick Arvan, and the decision from the coach off the sideline to spurn an opportunity to go for 2 points has come up trumps. Widnes think they've hit the jackpot, and Patrick Arvan sliding over in the corner, and Widnes lead incredibly with 12 men.
And that
Patrick Arvan.
And that just shows you, Eddie, that when you get a coach that wants to be on the sideline, Dennis Betts, he knew they didn't want to get away with it. There was the spill. That's the offside. Paul Wood, he's going crackers. Dennis Betts, get it into the corner. They did. Beautiful pass by Hanbury. You can see that Monaghan, Joel, the winger that is, just comes right out of the line. He's in no man's land. Arvan is in Wonderland.
Well, he's a massive crowd favourite, is Patrick Arvan. The fans love him, says Dennis Betts. He signed up with the Vikings to the end of 2015. And suddenly the Widnes supporters believe that Mission Impossible is on.
Who would have believed it, Eddie? Aside in the previous 2 games, 110 points they've conceded. And here they are, already in the lead. Can this youngster add those vital extra 2 points?
Well, it's Jack Owens, and he's had a difficult shot from the touchline in the first half. What's this one going to be like? I think he might have kicked this. He has kicked this, Jack Owens. And it's 10-6 to Widnes. And your mind goes back to 2004. They last achieved a Super League home and away double against Warrington in that year.
And that was a very, very good try indeed. In these conditions, the shift from right to left, and it was executed very, very well indeed to release Harvan to score by the corner flag. The bonus is the kick from the sideline. My word, cat amongst the pigeons, you bet.
Absolutely, and I can hear the cheers from Huddersfield from here. You remember, if Warrington win, they dislodge Huddersfield at the top of the table. And Warrington have got a couple of difficult assignments still to come. They've got Saints and Catalan. They are both away from home. But Huddersfield, on paper, the easier run in, but only on paper.
Long way to go, though. Don't count your chickens as yet. That's a great run.
It is by Griggs, whose brother, of course, plays for the Huddersfield Giants. Here is Laithwaite.
Plenty of time, really. Warrington don't have to panic. Don't have to try to score on every play. They haven't had much field position, apart from the opening sort of 5-6 minutes, and they've dropped it. Westwood
has lost it. Yes, it's a knock-on, says the referee, and it's fist-pumping and high-fives from Widnes.
Well, they need to get to the scrum, the Wolves, as quick as they can, because this is a forced error once again. Aggressive defence there, forcing the error. And they'll be happy the longer it takes to get to the scrum with the Vikings, but some real quality defence there from Cameron Phelps.
Yeah, it's been top class, hasn't he, in the defensive department, Phelps. It's not easy to keep a good eye on Ben Westwood. He's a tough character to get over the top of, but Phelps has certainly done that.
I think this is a great situation for Tony Smith's team to be in. I think you'd have almost scripted it if possible. You're going to get towards the playoffs. There's less than 3 games out of that, and you're approaching the final quarter of a match when you're behind, not playing well, and need to dig your way out of trouble. This will tell us here so much about the Warrington side that are playing here today. There are several stars not available, but which ones here have the composure, the confidence, the control here to get the side back in front.
It's a nice chip again through by Kevin Brown. And Ratchford goes down in the tackle. Well, Widnes just with their noses in front with 12 men. One of the most famous victories with 12 men involved that man, Sean Edwards, in 1994. First test, Great Britain against Australia at Wembley. Great Britain won by 8 points to 4. Philip Clark played in that match. And you always say, Phil, you didn't have to be at 13 against 13 to win a game. 12 men can do it.
I think Widnes have got a better chance with 12 men than 13 because the emotional effect that could have on the side. Must have been an interesting half-time talk for Dennis Betts. He saw his hooker Grant Gore carried off. He then saw one of his best players, Hep Cahill, sent off. And yet he still had to try and inspire a side that haven't been playing well lately. Seems to have done that here. And his side now, as we get to the final quarter, this ball rolls out of play here. Not many people in this ground thought that we'd get to the last 20 minutes with the game still in the contest.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there, Phil. It's
there's Hep Cahill sent off. Watching now from the stand.
Great relief if they can pull this off. It's only 4 points difference.
By the way, in 1994, Great Britain, Australia, Dennis Betts is playing in that Great Britain team as well. I wonder whether Dennis dredged the memory bank and mentioned that in his half-time team talk. It can be done, you might have said.
Well, it's been done so many times in the past that the team that's had a man sent from the field of play, they've dug deep.
Oh, that's nice play by Hanbury, and he gets the ball away to Mellor, and Owens wants it kicked to the corner, and Owens has called for it, and Owens has got it, and Widnes have scored again! This is the stuff of dreams for Widnes, and for Jack Owens, his second try of the match. You cannot believe this. Neither can the Warrington supporters. They turned up here expecting an annihilation. And Tony Smith's men are suddenly way behind the 8 ball against the 12 men of the Widnes Vikings. 2 tries for Jack Owens.
Tremendous. And again, the kick has proved to be the undoing, yet again, of this Warrington side. Great stuff. Got the ability to come across, and then on the outside of the boot.
What a brilliant kick, Steve-O.
Yeah, certainly was. Out of the top draw.
Joe Mellor, isn't it, who gets the ball back on the inside. He was a player who's really left Wigan on loan at the start, ended up at Widnes as a full signing, and he's developing and improving week in, week out. You talk about that great win for, you see Owen call for the kick to the right. He times it, pace inside here. You talk about Great Britain's marvellous victory. That was an amazing try, just near the corner flag from Jonathan Davis. This is quite an equally spectacular, and Dennis Betts knows well. Maybe it could be a special night.
Well, it could be. Warrington have to come from behind. This is a big kick for young Jack. This is a massive kick. And the faces on the Warrington players tell their own story. Can Owens add the extras? Can he? Can he? You bet he can! 16-6, Widnes lead. Come on, be honest. Who thought this had happened?
What? Don't you just love rugby league? I mean, you could not have dreamt this up. They couldn't have had the script rights of Coronation Street like this. It's absolutely sensational stuff. It's a breathtaking game. There's great skill on show, but what I'm really impressed with is the resolve and desire of the Widnes players. It's been tremendous.
Certainly has, John, and you've got to take your hat off to the fact. I mentioned it just after the restart that Warrington cannot just take it as read. Complacency has certainly set in. They thought that their opposition, man sent off, all it was to do was a matter of time and they would break, but they haven't. The resolve from Widnes in the second half has been outstanding. And what about the winger, Jack Owens? Well, not only did he score the try there, Eddie, he added the extra 2, and that could be vital when it comes to the final wash-up.
Well, let's not count the chickens before they're hatched. That's what the Widnes supporters will be saying. That's very well claimed. Very well claimed by Stefan Ratchford. They've got 18 minutes. This is the top try-scoring, top point-scoring team in Super League that Widnes are facing.
Yeah, then there's plenty of time. It was silly play by Winterstein. It was a great take, wasn't it, by Stefan Ratchford? But look, they've given away 35 metres downfield. You're right, Eddie. This Warrington outfit, the Wolves know how to score tries when they're deep. And deep they are into that big, big hole. Can they get out of it?
Well, Brad Dwyer is the dummy half. Here comes Mike Cooper. And Cooper will take it straight up the middle. And Widnes now will be blowing for tugs. They'll be gritting their teeth. They'll be trying desperately to keep them out. This is Paul Wood. He's grounded 10 metres shy of the line. The clock's as important to Widnes as the scoreline. 17 to go. Here is Monaghan. Great run here from Briggs, but he loses his footing. That's 4 tackles weathered by the Vikings.
Big opportunity for Brad Dwyer to make a name for himself.
Come wide here to Riley, who has dropped it. It's the free play.
Great work from Ratchford again. If he'd have got boot to ball there was no one at home, and he got boot first.
And Jack Owens was looking for a hat-trick. But he's made, with that little play, he's made 20-25 metres upfield.
Is it not Joe Mellor? Yes,
Joe Mellor with the kick. Jack was there, though, wasn't he? He was hunting as well.
And if Mellor could have got a boot to that, there was no one at home. Ratchford saved the day. What a night for this guy.
Well, the clock has stopped with 16 to go.
Yeah, wait for the ball. That's right. Heads in. Ouch.
And here come Widnes again. Winterstein. 2004, the last time Widnes won home and away against the Warrington Wolves. Is history beckoning 9 years on? What a famous win this would be if they can claim it. But Warrington have got to score twice, and as we say, they are eminently capable of doing that.
Yeah, they'll utilise the forwards. Ison has been strong, and so has this fella. He's got the experience, Kevin Brown, and that is a great kick. Look at that, right in the in-goal area. They've got 5, 6 up there. Oh, good run.
Great run from Ratchford.
Quick play the ball. They've got him on the back foot. I'm not so sure they went back the required 10. That's got to be a penalty. That's good work there by Joel Monaghan. This is where the panic comes.
Michael Monaghan is furious that the referee did not let him take a quick tap then.
He wanted to get on with it.
Well, they've gone on with it now. Look at Monaghan. Let me get on with it, please, sir. And he says, no, I've got to be in control of the situation. I've got to make the mark, which he now has done. And here come Warrington with Dwyer. Winterstein gets to him. Dwyer hangs on. Michael Monaghan again finds Paul Wood. He pops it up to Hill. Hill has lost the ball.
And they will not rush to form the scrum, the black and whites. It hasn't been a good night for Hill, the prop forward, and it comes to carrying the football. I think that's about his 4th time he's lost control of it. And again, that technique, go for the ball carrying arm.
Let's get down to Bill quickly.
Eddie, a real contrast in emotions between the two dugouts. Dennis Betts, who's been really involved in this ever since, well, right from the start, but once Hep Cahill was sent off, Dennis Betts very much involved, getting the signals out repeatedly, using his side men to get the message across, really living this game. Tony Smith sitting very calmly in the stand, not looking too flustered at the moment, but around me, Warrington fans and 1 or 2 Warrington players in the dugout getting increasingly tense about the situation. A game that they really were fancied to win handsomely is increasingly getting further and further away from them. Widnes supporters have been magnificent, and the hotheads who got themselves thrown out early on must be wondering what they're missing.
Well, they will be, and so they should be. Fancy missing something like this. There's a charge down by Laithwaite, who gets to it first. Bridge was after it, but it was good work in defence.
It was Jack Owens again. From the right wing, Eddie. From the right wing, it trailed right across the left-hand side. That shows the commitment and the work rate, once again, of the guys in black and white.
Composure now is what's needed. Denny Spetz, Widnes coach, so we'll just eat up those seconds.
Big effort from Warrington in defence. So that's 4 players gone. Oh, here's the line break. Is it Ben Kavanagh?
It is Ben Kavanagh. It's a tremendous run, this. He's got a ton of support. It's a shocker. But Kevin Brown, he doesn't pick it up. And here goes Westwood with the crowd roaring him on.
Well, that's amazing.
This was the game.
It certainly was. It was Kavanagh that made the break, and why on earth did not Kevin Brown put boot to ball? He tried to pick it up. It was virtually impossible. He can't look, Dennis Spence. He knows that's a golden opportunity. They could have wound this game up. It could have been all over.
Well, the skill was in a very good break there from Kavanagh with good footwork, but then the lack of skill once he made the break, really that was a passing play that should have gone to hand and should have ended up with a Widnes try. But it didn't, but there's an header.
Knock on by Waterhouse. Well, they have conspired to lose this game if they lose it, Warrington. There's the knock on by Waterhouse, but there was something a little untoward we maybe saw in the background.
McGrath Luluai, is it? No, it's Kavanagh that gets a hand to it.
Does look like a chicken wing tackle here yes. by Willie Isa.
Well, he's certainly putting pressure on the arm. Does it go beyond its natural extension? Probably looks like it does.
Something for the disciplinary to view.
I don't know whether it's nerves or fatigue, but every single scrum now, the clock seems to stop, doesn't it? The Widnes side take as long as they possibly can. And when you watch games of rugby league, that happens a lot more in the final quarter than the first quarter. The referee's more conscious of every single second.
Knock on here by Widnes. Here come Warrington with Bridge.
That looked high. Got away with it though.
Michael Monaghan. Michael Monaghan loses the ball. It went forward off him.
That'll be
and then it was flicked back by the number 24, McGrath Luluai. It'll be Widnes head and feed.
You can't blame Michael Monaghan. They realise it. They've got to keep this ball alive, but he just could not hold on to it. Another big hit. Boy, I mentioned the fact that Widnes, with one man down, they're going to have to share the workload, and they have done that amazingly.
Are we seeing one of the big stories of Super League in 2013?
Well, the two big stories. Remember, Good Friday, 38-22. Who would have thought that? Okay, Widnes on their own midden. But you think to yourself, wow, this has been a wonderful effort. Outstanding.
11 minutes, 10 points. Joseph hammered by McCarthy as he received that ball, and Paul Woods. Another big kick downfield by Mellor, who's controlled the game, but that's too long.
He won't worry about that, Eddie, because he knows they can line up on that 30.
And they can't get going yet because there are still one or two players getting back on side. Hill was one of them, and James Laithwaite was the other.
You're exactly right, Eddie. I mean, Mellor's controlled the game very well. So has Brown, so has Hanbury. I think they've been very, very clever. There's been a lot of willing workers out there, but they've been clever as well tactically.
Yeah, you'd have to agree, especially the likes of Willie Isa and Phil Joseph. It's certainly done their hard work. Kavanagh.
10 minutes to go. That's as big an interest to Widnes as the scoreline. And there's another mistake from Warrington, and here's the free play, and Hanbury hangs on.
That was a great hit by Phil Joseph.
Well,
this getting a bit
McCarthy
excited. That's silly.
Let him up, because this will be a Widnes penalty.
Should be. Frustration. McCarthy doesn't like it.
Now, tackle finish, get off him. Penalty, Widnes.
Well, they're playing right into the hands of the visitors, aren't they? And Dennis Spence saying it wants to be right into that corner.
Or was it last week they conceded 3 late tries against Castleford? That's maybe still in the memory bank of a lot of these players here.
Sorry, Phil, they're going to go for 2.
Well, this will to run the clock down, obviously, as well as everything else. But also, this would make it 12 points, so that means that Warrington would have to score 3 times
to win the game
if Jack Owens can get this from halfway. They'll have 2, sir, he says.
What a night. What a night for Jack Owens.
What a night for Widnes if this comes up for them.
Incredible.
Well, obviously his first objective is to get the 2 points, but if he doesn't achieve that, Steve-O, he needs to ensure that the ball goes over the dead ball line.
Well, Dennis has changed his mind. He was saying in the corner, now he's put the 2 fingers up.
You'll also notice the clock still ticks. I think it gets 60 seconds before the official stops it. So one of the 10 will have gone anyway, whether this kick goes over or not.
Now then, you would expect somebody like Pat Richards to kick this, not a young man of 19 called Jack Owens. But let's see what he does with it. He's given it a good hunt. He's given it a good hunt. And it's just the wrong side, but it went dead. And they will get the ball back, Widnes.
And that's all that counts.
He'll be happy with that. A minute gone.
They might not get the ball back. I think that's a presumption here.
Yes, they've gone for a short drop out high from Ratchford. Ice is underneath it. Was he tackled in the air?
Certainly got contact there from Chris Hill.
Widnes get the ball back. Joseph.
He'll do this all the way through to the end. Oh, he's offloaded.
To Mellor, who's had a sensational night.
Certainly has. What a great take under pressure.
And Joseph will trundle it to within 10 on tackle number 3. Mellor. Here's Isa. Will drive it in at Paul Wood, and he gets to within 3-4 metres of the line. Mellor again, organising a dummy half. Kevin Brown, they're going left. Short ball,
that was forward.
Big Lawton, big Adam Lawton's over the line.
Can't get it down, but it was forward. The officials have missed that.
Held up. Tackle 5, lads.
Last tackle will go back to the 10-metre line. He was held up.
Well, they were very fortunate to get away with it. The pass to the big fella.
Last tackle. So here comes Brown, who'll give it the air. Looking for Winterstein. Finds Winterstein.
Knock on Winterstein. No advantage.
No advantage. Hand over 10.
That'll be the turnover. Well, they tried to get it, didn't he? Frank Winterstein. Look at the big fella. Went really, really close. But a good packed defence. But how on earth are Warrington going to get out of this mess?
Well, what have we got left now? 6.5. Warrington can do it. Remember, Warrington have been on the other side of all this against St Helens so many times in the past. Is it Warrington's turn now? Bridge goes down.
It's good position as well.
You can't give penalties away, Cameron Phelps.
Silly play. I'm just going to make the point that Rhys Hambury, realising even though it was early in the tackle count, he dropped very, very deep indeed. As Warrington look as though they're going to have to rely on maybe a kick, because this defence, and that just exemplifies it.
What a hit that was by Eamon O'Carroll. This is Cooper. And here goes Ratchford. He hangs on somehow, Ratchford. He's a match winner, this kid. Knock on by Michael Monaghan.
They have to force it. Ratchford tried his damnedest. They think it's all over. And you know something? So do I. That could have been the ball game. Ratchford tried his damnedest. Then the offload.
The Warrington fans are heading for the exits. They think it's all over. They're with Steve-O. How can you leave a game like this? 5.5 minutes to go. 10 points in it. Warrington have waved the white flag. Their supporters have anyway. Widnes fans aren't moving. The nutcases who were taken out before because they were causing trouble on the terraces have missed a classic.
Yeah, and let's hope they don't ever turn up again.
This must be one of Widnes's best victories, should it be a victory, in their Super League history. It's been absolutely sensational.
Certainly has. Remember when Wigan went there last year? They actually...
Here's a penalty given away by Bridge now.
Just saying, Eddie, remember they brought out a momentum, a mug, because they'd beaten Wigan. But yes, it'll be the full dining set with this one. This has been amazing.
Yes, I think the people who make the mugs, they might be getting a bit more business.
Oh, the full teapot, the full box and dies, call it whatever you like. Saucers, even the silver spoons, because these lads have just dug deep. Dennis Betts made it quite clear. All we've got to play for is pride, and boy, they've shown that tonight, haven't they?
Well, they played with pride. They might be playing for 2 extra points. Look, time is of the essence for Widnes. Time is of the essence for us as well because of those long injury stoppages. We probably will not be able to bring you the post-match reaction to this, so look out for it on Sky Sports News and skysports.com later on tonight. I'm sure it'll be filling the airwaves and all over the website, because this is an historic night for the Widnes Vikings. And with 4 minutes to go, you cannot see Warrington getting out of this.
Not with the craft of Kevin Brown. Again, the kick into the corner. Look at that. They're getting there in numbers. No way in the world that Joel Monaghan can get away.
Off his foot from Raxford, looking to get away with that. Gives it to Joel Monaghan. Monaghan loses it again. It's play on. It's a free play. And Isa will hang on and just take the tackle from Michael Monaghan.
Would he have been better kicking that than to have to go to a scrum? Just to waste a bit of time?
I think, John, that he just slipped. I think they're out on their feet, Widnes. But what a celebration this will be.
Ben Kavanagh takes it forward.
I'd go for the 1 point.
He comes into midfield to Brown. He pops it up to Eamon O'Carroll. And Eamon O'Carroll gets it to within 3 meters with 3 minutes remaining. This is Brown. He tried to dribble it through. It's 6 to go. 6 to go. Brown
lost it.
And he's lost it. It'll come back though as the free play.
Yeah, with the first scrum. And
Warrington will get head and feed.
Yeah,
Warrington are plodding to this scrum, by the way, as you watch this.
Well, I can't believe they didn't go for the 1 point. That would have wasted well and truly half a minute.
Well, that nearly has anyway for Widnes. 2.5 minutes to go. 10 points. 10 points the difference. 2.5 minutes to go. Can Warrington do it? Can Warrington come back from this? It's nail-biting stuff as Bridge is collared by Adam Lawton. Steve-O, who is your Heinz big man of the match in this historic night?
I've got to go for the young winger, Jack Owens. Goal kicking, 2 tries, superb, but it's been a good team effort. I wish I could give all the Widnes players the man of the match award, but I'm giving it to that youngster, Jack Owens. What a night for him.
Well, no team has kept Warrington down to just 6 points this year, but the 12 men of Widnes have tonight. And Huddersfield, they will be dancing in the streets tonight because they are a point clear and they have a game in hand on Warrington. Hang on, here comes Monaghan. It's a kick and chase. Now then, who's got the speed? Oh! It was almost a missed kick by Miller.
And Bridge just could not get there.
The goal line dropout, Dennis Betts. He'll be saying surely they can't score 2 tries in a minute and a half.
No.
What are the odds on some treatment for a Widnes player here?
They went close though, didn't they? Chris Bridge thought he had an opportunity. It was a bit of a fly kick all around, but they got away with it. He's had a big game, hasn't he, Joe Mellor? Kevin Brown, the kicking game has been superb. And Mr. Keir, absolutely spot on. I've been following his coaching career for many, many a year, and if there's a wiser man that says when a man will go down with a so-called injury, he got it right.
Well, look at this lot. It's a humid night. It's a wet night. And the Warrington fans glum-faced, as are the players.
Yeah, they've been beaten fair and square. This is no fluke. No referee's decision, no video ref decision. This has been a wonderful victory because of the hard work of 12 men for all of this second half.
Well, we've given them the win because we've got a minute and a half left and Warrington have to score 2 converted tries. You can't see it happening, but this is rugby league. Anything can happen. It is with Paul Wood. They just haven't been able to crack this Widnes defence for 39 minutes. Cooper, Michael Monaghan, there's another mistake from Griggs. It's not been Warrington's night.
It's been the black and whites, though. I warned them. I said they could not be complacent just because the opposition have gone down to 12 men.
You know, in this tipping competition, all you experts have got, anyone pick Widnes?
Well, I certainly didn't.
Not a single one this week. Not a single one, I don't think, for round 25.
I'm not involved, Eddie.
No, neither am I, John. We can smile.
Well, so can I. I've just tipped the wrong team. That's nothing to worry about.
There's been some shocks this year. Bradford won at Huddersfield. Castleford managed to win at Wigan recently. But again, this must rank alongside those as one of the great results for the competition this year.
Absolutely. It's a Super League home and away double for Widnes for the first time in 9 years. And there's no doubting it's Widnes' night now. Huddersfield will stay top of the table. They can go 3 clear of Warrington come the end of this weekend. And that's it. It's all over. Widnes, the most famous win in their brief Super League lives. Warrington's 9-match winning Super League run comes to an end. Only Widnes' 3rd win in the last 12 games in Super League. Absolutely incredible on a Thursday night, on Thursday Night Super League. 6-16, Jack Owens, man of the match, 2 tries, 2 goals.